Hello, Professor. My name is Manish Chand and my Seneca student ID is MCHAND8. So today I'm going to show you the demonstration for the lab 1, which is basically configuration network and load balancing. So this lab contains 6 exercises. So on this lab, we also use the server 02 VM. So for the whole lab, we use 3 VMs, which are WDC, which are domain controller, server 1 VM and server 2 VM. So I'll start with the exercise 1.1. So for the first exercise, I had to install the network load balancing feature. So for that, I had to add a different Ethernet, I mean Ethernet adapter to. And so how I did that was by adding a LAN segment outside the VM. So I'll show you how I did that. So I'll go to my snapshot manager. On snapshot manager, I'll just go to here. It's just loading. As you can see, I have added a different, second Ethernet 2, and it has an different IP, which was basically asked us to do here, which is the IP address of 1.192.168.1.61 and sovereign mask of 255.255.0. So I did the same for server 2 too. If I just go to my snapshot here, snapshot manager here, it's the loading, couple of minutes, and you can see this Ethernet 2, and it has an IP of on, which was 7.1 for the server 2 and 6.1 for the server 1. Next, what I had to do is that go to server manager and install new network load balancing. Yeah, so I'll just go to my snapshot, different snapshot. If I go to my second snapshot here, you can see, so these are asked to do on both of server 1 and server 2. So this is for the server 1. If you see here, the network load balancing is already installed, and this is the PowerShell command just to verify that the network load balancing is installed. So I'll do the same for the server 2. If I go to my snapshot here, it should be same as the server 1. So you can see network load balancing is installed, and this is also to verify for the power from the PowerShell command. So this basically concludes my Access 1.1. So for the Access 1.2, it's creating a Windows Server 212 NLB cluster. So for that, I will be going to my server manager on server 1 and adding a network load balancing manager. So if I have to move to my snapshot here on snapshot manager, you can see that I have added a network cluster under the name of my Seneca ID, which is mchand8.com. So I'll just verify you. So you can see that I have added this is my web.mchand8.com, and under the cluster for now I just have server 1, which is server 1. It's a cluster IP for the server 1. Now next, what I will do in this exercise is that I will be also connecting server 2 to this. So if I just go to snapshot on snapshot manager, if I just go to my snapshot manager here, I have to what I have to do is that I have to connect the server 2 to the same cluster that the server 1 is. So it will just take a moment. So you can see that the server 2 is also there, and the status should be converged, and this is the dedicated IP address, and this is the IP subnet for the port. So this basically concludes my exercise 1.2. And now what I will be doing is that I'll be doing I'll be configuring DNS. So for this exercise particularly, I'll be using my RWDC, which is my domain controller. So on DNS Manager console, I have to expand RWDC, and there I'll be adding a new host and new alias. So for that, to show you that I have done that, I'll go to my snapshot manager. Just a moment, just forget to the virtual machine is restoring. I'm in the snapshot, so it takes some time. So you can see I've added both under the name of web and WWD. The first one is host under the this IP, and the next one is alive under the name of web.mchand8.com. So this basically concludes exercise 3 1.3, and for the 1.4 it's configuring cluster properties. So for this particular task, I'll be I'll be adding two rules under the TCP protocols. So one is 80, another one should be, I guess, 443. So if I just move to my snapshot and snapshot manager, if I go here, um, just a couple of minutes, you can see I have added a two port. One start from 82 and it ends on 80, other is 443 to 443. And once we are done with that, the status should be converged. So this basically concludes my exercise 1.4. Now we'll be moving to exercise 1.5, which is managing the cluster nodes. So for that, uh, so uh, what I will do in this exercise is that I'll be just controlling my host. So I'll just control host and click start and stop. So this is basically for the maintenance procedure if we have to do in our particular regular environment. So if I just go to my snapshot, yeah, I'll at first I'll be doing stop, and then I'll be turning it on again. So this basically will be just for the maintenance procedure. So you can see the OC is stopped right now. This is for the server one. So I'll go to my snapshot, next snapshot, where I'll show that I've started it again. Snapshot. It's almost loading. Yeah. So you can see the status is enabled right now, and the drain stop operation result success was stat is this was stopped earlier. Now it's again on. So this basically concludes my exercise 1.5. So for the exercise 1.6, it's basically removing the NLB cluster that we installed earlier, both on server 1 and server 2. So I'll just go to my last snapshot. On last snapshot here on snapshot manager, you can see that the NLB cluster would have gone. Yeah, you can see the feature removal. The native load balancing is on installed from the server 1. So for this, from the same, I'll do the from server 2. If I just go to my snapshot on snapshot manager, so this is the basically the last part from our lab. Here you can see native load balancing is also gone from the server 2 PM. So that's all for my lab. Thank you for watching this video. Have a great day, Professor.